We have seen some fancy ass batteries before, but this might take the price. I think it's from Triad Motion, a 3-wheel electric scooter, which looks exactly like a clone of an old cheap Chinese vehicle. But it seems pretty fun. But this battery has something special that nobody else does. An LCD display. Why the fuck would you wanna put an LCD display on a battery that's built into a scooter? I don't think you remove this to charge it. I think you charge this in the scooter. Still pretty fancy box. Okay, this seems to be using a generic box. Otherwise there wouldn't be dimensions on it. You can probably find these on AliExpress then. Maybe? I don't know. There are definitely screws under here, because you cannot access them from here. But it's not rubber. Maybe it's a sticker. Oh, what? Change color. But that might be from the glue underneath or something. Don't know if you can see that. But it does display a different color underneath. Oh, it's soft. What the fuck have they put here? Oh, and it smells. Of course it smells. Oh, yuck. I'm gonna put my screwdriver down there. What a weird battery. What is this grease? Yeah, it doesn't want to charge, and it hasn't been charged during winter. Absolutely nothing. I think I need a bigger screwdriver. It's the biggest one we got. Never used it before. Oh. No, it still doesn't want to come out. Let's go for another one. It seems to want to stop there. And let's try this last one. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So this seems to be connected to the lead. What? What are they doing? Let's have a look at that. It's flat on one side. What is this? And this box looks extremely much like a battery box that we actually bought recently. So we might even know who makes these generic battery boxes. A little blanket. I noticed it was 750 watts, 750 watts on the website, but this looks more like a 100 amp EMS, or at least a 50. Yeah, and we know these Smart BMS. This is James PCB, or what are we calling James. We've used them before a couple of times. They're just as stupid as other Smart BMS. Because it does not turn off when the battery voltage is low. They just keep, this USB circuit keeps draining the battery until it's like 3 volts and kills all batteries we've ever seen with a Smart BMS. I don't know if it's James, but it's the exact same USB module, and we haven't bought anything from him in 5 years or so. But it looks to be one of the BMSs he sells, and it's a 13S 20 amps. Yeah, maybe they just don't put as many MOSFETs on than if there's 20 amps. But I'm guessing it could even draw them down to like 0 volts. And we have 2 gaps. Nothing. A total of about 2 volts. So completely dead. Let's see how the smart display, if it runs off the smart BMS, or yes it does. So this just might be a module that he sells. I'm calling him he, but it's a company. What else do we have? AAA, no? AASS. Yeah, we heard of them. It's just SS in the beginning. We don't know what manufacturer, but cheap Chinese sells at about two. This might be 2,500 since this ends in P 2,500. So this is USB module, but where is the two are other probably UART? No, it says RS485, and this one runs off UART. So we can't get the LED display working without proper cells. GBD, a completely dead battery. We will not rebuild it with his with the James BMS, but it's pretty obvious it's 13S4P, so 10 ampere hours. If we don't have that massive chunk of a BMS, and we bought our boxes on AliExpress, but if you like these kind of boxes, I can try and find a link. Yeah, we would need to fit 39 cells in here to make it at least 3P. So I think we're gonna build a similar with 18650s. For that I think 30Q is the best, since it actually is high discharge. Any low discharge cell will probably work, but we will probably offer them 30Q. But I don't understand those screws. But we bought smaller cases. This might be what the larger ones look like. Even though it looks fancy, it's not a fancy battery. It's just a cheap smart BMS and some really disgusting paste in the holes. But the case is actually very good waterproofing, but they don't offer a rubber list that goes all the way around. They offer a rubber cable that you have to cut yourself, and here they cut off a little bit too much, so it's not protecting all the way. But the case we like, I don't think it comes with this. I think that might be the manufacturer added, and really weird screws that are flat. But I'm gonna go clean my hands of this mess. I couldn't help myself, alright? I think it's a pretty cool LCD display. So I resoldered all the wires to a working BMS, and now I'm gonna try it out. So let's have a look at that. That's actually pretty cool. This display has pages. It lists currents, how it tells, how the BMS can tell current. So the temperature, time to empty. Yeah, they probably haven't set the drain. I don't think it's a it's a touchscreen. It's a motherfucking touchscreen. I know this was fancy-ancy. You could also press this button to switch between the screens, and here we have all the cells. And this battery has water damage. That's something a smart BMS won't tell you. But it's probably trying and balancing it, because it's pretty high voltage. That's probably what the colors mean. And let's go back to the main screen. Very fancy display, but basically, what should you do with it? Sure, there's an app as well, but I don't think you can do much. You can turn off discharging and charging. Not by pressing it. And it thinks it has 10.9 ampere hours. One cycle, it probably reset when it died, so it doesn't keep the info, or maybe that's just the default. That's pretty much all you can do. You can't swipe with it, but somebody would probably be able to program a PC game or something on this, because after all it's a touch display. You can probably use it for something else, probably for Arduino or something. Maybe it just has touch down here. That's pretty cool.